So, in today's video, by the way, welcome back to the channel. To everyone who took the time to tune back into another video of mine, I wanted to talk about a particular photo that happened to go viral. Not your typical family photo, whereas the mother may usually have not only the kids in the family photo with her, but the father, or in most cases, well, yeah, although most modern women prefer nowadays having more than one kid by more than one man. However, some, in spite of having more than one kid by more than one man, anytime they may take a family photo, in some instances, they may choose whichever father of either one of their kids they may like the most, or who may happen to be more active in either one of the kids' lives. Anyway, and nevertheless, in this particular family photo, this is a family photo of a mother who appears to be a single mother with all of her kids. And excuse me, because I have a slight cold. Who happens to, believe it or not, come to the photo shoot. All her kids, you pay close attention, all her kids were dressed pretty modest. Everyone was dressed pretty modest in the photo except for herself. Better yet, let me just show you what I mean. And let me type it in. I mean, this photo is actually going viral, and it's from a few days ago. Now, let me share my screen. Now, if you take a close look at this picture, and let me try to blow it up, tell me if this is not very uncalled for, very inappropriate. And as you can see on the far right, that's the mother. Tell me, doesn't she look like she's about to go and film a porn movie? Let's just be honest, folks. Or if not, that go to a porn award show. What's that porn award show? The Adult Video Awards or something like that. If not that, like she's about to right after the photo shoot, go to a strip club. I mean, this is a perfect example of toxic parenting on all levels. I don't care what nobody say, how some of y'all may try to come to this woman's defense. And I see exactly why there are so many young guys, as young as the boys in this photo, who try to grow up trying to emulate gangsters, who try to go as far as wearing poo shiesty masks at graduations. Look it up. You don't believe me? There are actually videos, both videos and photos of young guys that are as young as high school age, who have literally went to graduation ceremonies, attended their very own graduation ceremonies, to walk across the stage and receive a high school diplomas with poo shiesty masks. And this is one example why you see more younger guys, more minors, trying to grow up to emulate the gangster lifestyle due to mothers like this, due to toxic parenting. Because this woman, once again, is clearly a bad parent. It's very obvious in this photo. And this is one reason why you have so many kids who are not excelling in school, who are making such bad grades, and in some cases, such bad grades to the extent whereas they have to repeat a grade. And in some cases may have to repeat that same grade multiple times due to these types of mothers. This is also a perfect example of what I would call a 304, trashy woman, a trashy, toxic mother, a perfect example, the epitome of a trashy woman. This is also, I would say, one of the main reasons why, if for some of us who, when we were back in our youth, either our elementary, middle, and high school years, and our mother may have came a case where it's the teacher, if we may have had a male teacher due to how there are more female teachers than male teachers is a well-known fact. Anyway, for some of us who may have been fortunate enough to have a male teacher, and it may have came a case where he wanted to have a talk with our mother due to us maybe either acting out in class or not making good grades, consistently failing subject after subject. Anyways, and our mother may have happened to come dressed up to our school just like this. Imagine how embarrassing that would have been. Imagine how also once some of our classmates or schoolmates may have found out this will be our mother coming up to our school to talk with the teacher, our male teacher, how embarrassing and how much of a disgrace that would have been. And it's true, it's just straight up true. Although back then, when I was back in my school days, my elementary, middle, and high school years, we didn't have social media at all. We had cell phones, but we had the much more bulky cell phones, the ones that you had to put in a case. Those types of ones that you had to pay airtime for and only had to was able to talk on for a select amount of minutes and get charged for those select amount of minutes anyways. And nonetheless, and once again, this is a perfect example of toxic parenting. A trashy woman, a trashy mother at that. And I don't know if it's just with me, but it doesn't seem like most of the women who make some of the worst mothers are the main ones who could conceive kids. Whereas in some instances, some rare instances, sometimes the main women who will make the best mothers are the main ones who can't even much conceive kids. Am I right or wrong? But I wanted to also read some comments on behalf of this here picture. Now listen closely. Somebody said, in particular, very bad example. I agree. So another person said, it seems mother don't know their rule in society they can't spell. Ain't no more and a kind of respect to their children. That is a no, not appropriate for a family to pick with your children. These children then raise their mother well. Beautiful kids, but crazy mother. This photo shoot seems to have made her kids uncomfortable. Their body language says it all. Somebody else said disgusting. Another person said very disrespectful to her family. She should have taken a picture by herself. Some people don't have that figure after birth, LOL. This picture tells a lot on the kind of education she is feeding this child with. Lord, help your children. Attention seeker. There's no man in the photo. That's because she's most likely a single mom. There are different types of families these days. She should have done glamour shots all along. Disrespectful on so many levels. Self-esteem is mighty low. Only reason it seems inappropriate is because of the size of her derriere. If it was smaller, she were petite. I guarantee no one will have an issue with it. Look at this fool. Listen to this fool going out of his way to defend this woman. Where is it not in this photo? How can you not say it's not inappropriate when it's clearly obvious? This lady is dressed like a straight up skank. And like I said earlier, like she had planned on filming a porn movie right after this photo shoot or attending a adult award show. Whatever you call that adult award show, where you see some of the biggest porn stars, or porn / X-rated stars, or if not, that look like she had planned on heading right to a strip club, the bare naked right on stage for a few dollars. Anyways, here's around 4 more comments. Poor choice, but people do make mistakes. Another person trying to come to her defense, a woman at that. Kids learn what they live. And for some of you who may have had a mother like this, for some of my much older guys or even older women that may be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and may have had a woman where your mother, why do I keep saying woman, your mother, which of course is a woman, to come up to the school and talk to either one of our teachers on behalf of us either failing in some of our classes, or if not that, acting out. You know, some of us may have been problem childs, whereas we stayed getting into trouble, and therefore the teacher may have wanted to arrange for our mother to come up to the school. If your mother happened to look just like this, and some of the men at the school may have hit on your mother, lucky enough, I didn't have to deal with that, because my mother always presented herself in a very modest, dignified, ladylike kind of way. Anyways, if some of you may have had a mother who happened to come up to your school dressed like this, looking all trashy, no wonder several men may have taken out the time to hit on your mother, from custodians at the school to the very few men that may have worked in the cafeteria, to the principal, even some of the teachers at the school, due to images just like this. I mean, she should be ashamed of herself on all levels. And I could just imagine how, who knows, her kids may be perfectly fine with this due to how they may be used to it. And I see one reason why some kids who may fail in school, fail in their subjects, may have a habit out of failing in their subjects due to this. I mean, because some of us, when we were kids during our either elementary, middle, or high school days, or some of us who may have had mothers who like to play the fields, who like to invite strange men in the home. Imagine you going to the bedroom, your mother's bedroom, if your mother may have been a single mother and may have liked to fool around with random men. She may have had the door slightly cracked, and you may have needed help with your homework. Imagine you opening the door slightly, only to find out some man is on top of her in the bed, all because of how she may carry herself, just like this lady in this here photo. And I see why, no wonder, excuse me, I see why it may have came a case or some scenario where we may have caught our mothers right in the act, in bed with for instance, high school principal, Mr. Thompson. I'll just say as an example, as a hypothetical example, we may have happened to just out of the blue catch Mr. Thompson face all in our mama ass. That's just a prime example of one of the sexual acts we may have caught our mother engaged in. Anyways, make sure you like, share, comment. Last but not least, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm out.